Jamaican youths, we are the best. A brighter future that a feel we interest.
Greetings, presidents, outgoing executives, and stakeholders. Henry Ford once said, "Vision without execution is mere hallucination." I am Fabrizio Darby, and I'm vying for the post of General Secretary. And I not only have a vision, but I have a plan to execute. I believe in deeds and not titles, so I plan to tell you some of the deeds that I will accomplish for the upcoming year. And these deeds include the School Board Efficiency Training Program, or SBET for short, record rehab, media mentorship, and stakeholder meetings. Now, the School Board Efficiency Training Program, SBET, is based off of the Education Act of 1980, and it states, every public educational institution shall have a student council. If you read further down, you also notice that presidents have the right to sit on school boards and vouch for their peers. But is this right manifested in reality? Is it that presidents aren't equipped to sit on boards, or is it that principals genuinely don't want presidents on board? It may even be both. Now, under the SBET program, I plan to implement diplomacy training into the bi-monthly workshops that we already have. So we already have the workshops. We don't need to invent anything new. We can improve upon what we already have. If presidents don't know how to get their points across diplomatically, we will never be able to be effective advocates. I also plan to partner with the National Council on Education to help recruit people that can teach us proper boardroom management skills. Because if we don't take a professional approach, we'll never get anything done. Now, presidents, understand that you have busy schedules, and it's very hard for you to write a formal report. But as General Secretary, it is one of our duties to actually collect the reports and ensure that they're done efficiently. Now, to bridge this gap, why not use a system where presidents will be able to have generated answers to choose from, like a Google document system? You will have short answer sections where you can write down your views, and you'll have suggestive answers for you to choose from, so it's much easier. So the communication aspect is much easier and retrieving is much better. This has worked for Region 1, so I see no problem with it spreading nationally. Media mentorship. Now we all face a similar struggle, the struggle of CXC. And a big part of advocacy is altruism. Now, the best way to be good advocates is to make people see that you're giving back to them. And we have a lot of very smart counselors, so we don't need to pay for extra classes. We can implement a media mentorship program where we can use YouTube videos, Instagram posts, all platforms of social media to help teach students, so students who may not be able to afford extra classes can benefit. Now, if you actually look under the YouTube comments, you realize that a lot of personal statements are made, a lot of concerns are actually expressed on social media. So we'll also be providing a platform through helping the students. Now imagine, instead of saying, oh, this website helped me, or this foreign website, I had to like decipher through some answers. Instead of saying they helped me, imagine a student saying, you know, NSSC taught me this. Now, the biggest part of my job is advocacy. And the best way to solve all our problems with grooming, with the unhealthy lunches that we have in school, with suspensions, is to speak to the people who can actually get it done. As General Secretary, communication is vital. So I will use those communication skills to try and set platforms where our views can be expressed to people who can actually effect the change. These focus groups will be pivotal, and the follow-up after will also be pivotal. And as General Secretary, I'll ensure that that communication is continued. In conclusion, I plan to improve upon what the past exec has done and add my own flair to it and bring the name of NSSC up to the standard above the standard that it's already at. I'll do this through my 3 C's: competence, character, and courage, glued together by proactivity. Vote proactivity. Vote Darby. Fabrizio Darby. Thank you. Now, the cliche answer would be the top priority would be to advocate. And advocacy is really the reason why we're here. But I find that even though we're supposed to advocate, we cannot advocate for people who don't know us. And I think our top priority right now, or the immediate priority, should be getting our name out there. We should let people know that NSSC is the platform through which advocacy can be done, that we are the ones here for them. That's the only way we can advocate. A school is basically a body of students with a common goal, that is to learn or to reach the next level, to achieve something. Now, being a part of the organization, it is natural for them to have a say because they're the ones who are being affected by what's happening. And if you don't hear from the students themselves, the ones who the system actually affects, then you'll never have a properly functioning system. You cannot be in charge of a group of people and not know what they want or not know what their needs are, or else you'll never be an effective leader. The greatest strength of the NSSC are the people within the organization themselves. In the NSSC, you'll find some of the most dedicated counselors. Some people would work despite not having a position. People just genuinely want to help. And I think that that factor is our greatest strength. And I plan to use that through teamwork. We're always here, teamwork makes the dream work, and we often overlook that, but it's a big aspect of it. And the human resource is the greatest thing that we have. And with that human resource, we can plan to capitalize any other outside resource that may come along in our way.